designs I've made in the past, I've spent 1, 2, 3 days making a single satchel, and a design that I've been working on for a while now allows you, without any specialist tools, without any experience, without any prior knowledge of leatherworking, to be able to make a bag in pretty much no time. And what makes this design so special is that you'll see there is absolutely no stitching on here whatsoever, and the body of the bag is made with just a single piece of leather which has been folded to create this look. So what that means is you can make this very bag with nothing but a sharp knife and a hole punch. That's it. So what I've been showing you on the screen thus far in this video is me making a smaller version of this pouch. This is a kind of, what would you call it? Phone-sized pouch, sort of like a mini clutch that you might take on a night out or something. What I actually personally use this type of thing for is if you're gonna hold canisters of film, things like that. I've made a film pouch on the channel before, because you can always take the strap off and you can use this as a pouch as well as a bag. An optional part of this build, depending on what equipment you have with you or what equipment you want to buy or how you want this to look, is to bevel the edges. This is something I do on all of my leather projects, and you've seen me do before if you've watched the channel. One thing I've learned that's worked really well for me recently is that if I am going to add some kind of finish to the leather, something like oil or wax, whatever it is. In this case, I'm using some neats for oil. I've worked out that it's easier to do this before you tokenole the edges. And that's for two reasons. It's easier to oil and wax a flat surface rather than once it's already been sort of folded and assembled later. But more than that, it prevents the tokenole from staining the front side of the leather. And that means I don't have to be as careful when I'm adding the tokenole to the edges. As you'll see, and you've probably seen previously if you've watched the channel before, I do like to add tokenole to the inside of my leather as well, to the flesh side. I feel like it seals it in nicely, and it makes it just look much smoother, and it sort of adds stiffness as well, which I like. The holes that I'm punching are going to be marked out on the pattern that I'm providing to you. You can use any type of hole punch for this, whether it be one of those like rotary hole punches that has all the different things on it and you can buy them pretty much anywhere, or just a set of these really cheap hole punches. Honestly, I think if I added up all the tools that I used for making this bag, it would probably be about 20 bucks, if that. So literally anyone can make this. Now here I'm using Chicago screws to attach everything. I like how Chicago screws look. I like the fact that I can take it apart if I need to and make changes. And I also like the fact that you don't need any specific tools. You don't need to use a hammer and make loads of noise. For the closure on this one, I'm just using a button stud. It's the tidiest way of doing it in my opinion, and it's functionally very sound for something this size. Final piece is the strap. A lot of people seem to get scared of making straps for some reason, but they're actually super simple, and I'll show you how now. I like to do all my straps in a two-part construction with a buckle so that it's slightly adjustable, but probably more than that actually. It's just aesthetically pleasing. It looks kind of fancier. You can easily cut straps from your leather, just like I've done here with a knife and a ruler, if you don't have a strap cutter, or you can also just buy pre-made straps in the same leather that you've bought to make your bag. But depending on the length of the hide, sometimes, like in this case, I had to make one side of the strap a little bit longer and one a bit shorter because I only had so much leather to work with. So as long as the two straps added together equal the full length of whatever I'm going to put on there, I can't remember it off the top of my head. It doesn't matter too much if one's a bit longer and one's a bit shorter. Ideally, you want the buckle to land kind of somewhere here when you're carrying the bag, because one, again, it looks good, and two, it's adjustable and you can reach it. So I tend to try and get the buckle kind of 2/3 to 3/4 of the way along the strap if I can. The great thing about these I don't know what they're called, heel bar, I think, buckles, is that you don't technically need a strap keeper on the other side. Still better to have one, but they're kind of a pain in the ass, and they usually require stitching unless you have a staple. So for the sake of this video, I've not included one, and to be honest, I don't think I will, because this particular buckle does a good job of keeping everything flat anyway. What you do with the strap is take the end templates that I've put in the pattern and just overlay those and cut your end, make your holes. Super easy, super simple, and it's gonna look really nice. Alright, so there you have it. That's the mini version of the bag, and you have the bigger version, which I'll quickly put a time lapse of me making that, but it's literally the exact same steps. The only change that I made to this one was the closure mechanism. I decided that the button stud, when I added it, it just looked a little bit silly because it was so small, and I didn't think it was going to necessarily hold a ton of weight. I actually designed this bag, this size, specifically for my wife upon request to hold her books, standard sized books, essentially. So, in fact, let me get one just to show you. Moment of truth, actually, I haven't tested this yet. And of course, there are some thicker books as well, so, you know, if they take up more space, it was designed to hold those, plus still being able to hold a phone, keys, tissue, whatever it is that people carry in their handbags. And it feels, I'll tell you, it actually feels really good. It's because we're not using sewn seams that have been glued together. It has a bit of flex to it, which is actually surprisingly nice with this, you know, 5-6 ounce veg tan. So it's soft enough that it's going to be really comfy when you're wearing it, because there's no hard edges, no sharp edges, but still stiff enough to protect whatever's inside. So I guess I just thought this would be useful or interesting to you. If it was, then I would appreciate it if you could drop the video a like, a comment, hit the subscribe button for future videos, and the notification bell so that you know when these future videos come out. Thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one.